Hello, and welcome to the We Recommend podcast, a movie podcast where every week we recommend a movie for you to watch and then come back here and listen to us discuss. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Jason.
Cities fall, but they are rebuilt. Heroes die, but they are remembered. Because this week we recommend Deep Impact.
It's a really good Morgan Freeman.
Was that a good Morgan Freeman? I have no Morgan Freeman. I was like, I guess I'll just try something real quick.
I don't think I've ever tried to do it.
Spur of the moment. Morgan Freeman, great American actor, our president and our God. Jason, did you enjoy Deep Impact?
I did.
Did it hurt your heart?
Well, a little bit. It was all sad.
Oh,
much sadness.
I think I've realized that like when I watch movies super early in the morning, like I am emotionally sensitive. I'm just like very sensitive because it just kept cutting to people crying and like sad faces, and I was like, keep it together, keep it together.
Take my baby.
So I guess, this or Armageddon, Jason?
I don't know, man. That's tough. I mean, I guess Armageddon because it's more fun, but I did enjoy this one.
I think Deep Impact is my
Nice.
between the two. So first of all, like 30 something minutes shorter.
Yeah, that's nice.
God bless America. Let's go. But I also like this one more. It's more of a serious look at what might happen.
Yeah.
Takes it a little more seriously, which is nice. It really makes you feel, hey, this would suck. By the way, did you know this sucks?
Yeah, and I felt it felt comforting in a weird way that Morgan Freeman as president had a plan.
Yeah. Oh.
That wasn't just
Could you just imagine if it happened now? Donald Trump. Yeah. Democrats send a comet straight for us. We're sending ice to the comet.
Oh, damn.
But
I wouldn't object to that.
So like I think it's like the shots of people like watching around the world as the president speaks. Like whenever he's like, we're gonna die. And then you just see people just like kind of, it's especially like whenever you have the family with Leo, little Elijah Wood, and you got like the two families sitting together, like the super pregnant wife, and they're all just kind of watching around, just like, oh, is the asteroid gonna comet gonna blow up? And they're all sitting there, and then you just see that no, it's not, and it's just like everybody just becomes very worried for a second, and it's kind of chilling, especially when it like pans to the pregnant woman. It's like, no,
no, not the fetus.
I mean, and then like seeing the kids, I don't know. It's just, I feel like this movie earns the emotional weight of it versus Armageddon, where it's like, hey, that shitty guy that's been kind of dumb and you don't really like? Well, now he's going to say in a very emotional speech, and we're going to rev up the soundtrack to force you to feel emotions, even though we did not earn them at all because this guy's been shitty the whole time. And I guess just overall the characters were better in this.
I think so too.
Not as fun. I do agree that this movie's not as fun because I spent like the last 30 minutes in like. So do you prefer a more serious take, or do you like movies? Do you think this movie should have more action?
I like the more serious take.
Yeah. And it's also great that this movie, less than 50 minutes in, you're on the asteroid or a comet. And it's like, hey,
we wasted no time.
Hey, we're in space. We're on the comet.
He's like, we don't need that slow walk to the space shuttle.
We don't need you to feel like these are heroes. It's like, instead, this movie's like, hey, these people are shitty right now. But then we're going to convince you, hey, they're actually just people.
They might mess up just the right way.
Yeah. Exactly. So do you think it got how people would react accurate?
I guess. I mean, I expected a lot more panicking.
Yeah. They just kind of breeze through it, be like, hey, on the news, stuff is happening, but not in these characters' lives.
Yeah. But they gave the announcement, and he's like, don't do shit. The military's going to be out there.
We're going to figure it out.
Looting is, we're going to take control of everything, martial law.
Yeah. It's like, hey, guys, go to Colorado. Go to a mountain. What is taking so long? Leave the East Coast. Go to mountains, if you've heard of them.
Yeah. He should have said that.
Yeah. I hate it when I write panic, but also like, we just had the snowstorm and tried to order Walmart delivery today, and like half the stuff had to be substituted because people panic bought everything.
Yes.
Which is what would happen if that happened. Well, we'd probably just all start killing each
I'd like
other
to know
quit our
how
jobs.
he's going to enforce the no price gouging.
Right.
Rule.
I know. It's like, hey, turns out can't happen. We learned 4 years ago that doesn't work. And hey, if they go up, they don't go back down, apparently.
Never.
Surprising. So does this movie not have enough destruction?
I don't know. It had a lot, like the part with the wave is crashing into everyone.
We need more.
Yeah, that was kind of badass.
Like 2 to 3 more minutes of just like, here's things getting destroyed.
Yes, sploosh.
Yeah. I mean, watching, but I guess that was kind of the problem with Armageddon too. It's like, hey, we want to see the asteroid hit more places. Why are you just showing like 1 or 2 instances? Like, we want destruction on Earth. Like,
Yes.
I don't really care. That's why kind of killed me a little bit about Armageddon. They do all that stuff on the asteroid, and I'm like, disaster movie, I want to hit Earth, not I want to spend 40 minutes on an asteroid that just looks the same over and over.
Well, if you think about it though, most of those asteroids are going to hit the water anyway.
Yeah, because
These two things could be happening. What if they were both happening, both movies at the same time?
The other side of the Earth.
The 2 shuttles, like the other side of the United States, and these people, they send one up at the same time. They meet up there, like, hey, what are you doing here?
Hey, what are you doing here? It's like, hey, watch out. We got a guy with space dementia. By the way, did y'all bring any guns with you? No, why would we need guns? We're going on an asteroid. It's like, I know that. Well, we brought 2. Also, one of them's a Gatling gun.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what?
Give us all your nukes.
So, yeah, a line was edited in the president's press conference scene. So President Beck stated, life will go on, we will prevail. Originally, President Beck said, life will go on, we will prevail. This is not Armageddon.
Yeah.
The producers were like, nah, dog. I don't know if you heard, Armageddon's coming out. We can't do this. Which, Deep Impact was in development first, as Paramount Pictures and DreamWorks were working on the project before Disney's Armageddon was rushed into production to compete, following the premise of a similar impending asteroid threat. And apparently, while it's not definitely proven as legal theft, Disney widely believed to have fast-tracked Armageddon to directly compete with Paramount's Deep Impact after learning of its premise, both films featuring similar plots stopping a world-ending asteroid. There was something. So there was like an allegation by screenwriter Bruce Joel Rubin. It stated that a Disney executive took notes during a meeting where he discussed the film's premise, suggesting the idea was lifted then.
Damn.
So yeah, Disney was just straight up, we can do it, but better. But ultimately, this movie made so I guess Armageddon made $554 million.
Shit.
Deep Impact only made $349 million. But because Armageddon was so much more expensive to make, what was it? Yeah, it was like so yeah, Armageddon had $140 million budget versus Deep Impact had $75 to $80 million budget, and so it ended up making it was more profitable, as they say.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And let's see, I had a bunch more. So Morgan Freeman wanted his character, President Beck, to be wearing an earring. Director Mimi Leder turned him down. Later, we see President addressing the nation from the Oval Office. His sleeves are rolled up, and one of Freeman's tattoos showing. The director liked this. It gave the president an everyman look. I mean,
earrings are very popular back then.
Yeah.
In the 90s. Man, you know what movie I want to see? They remake one of these.
Yeah.
Like Comet crashing into Earth. You send the people up there with all the nukes. Then they find out, oh shit, the comet's not actually going to hit us. It's going to miss us by like an inch. And then the guys up there are like, we got all these nukes. What are we going to do?
What do we do? How about we give them a hell of a fireworks show?
You hold the Earth hostage for money.
That's true. It's like send us a bunch of cash up here. Like, where are we going to spend it? I don't know. We'll create an economy on Mars.
Look at Skymart.
So subsequent to his performance as the U.S. president in this film, Morgan Freeman, whose name was added largely in jest, received a score in the 90s when a survey of Americans who were asked who would they feel most confident to have as president, he handedly beat all other candidates, including many well-known actual contenders for office. So people were like, hey, we'd rather have Morgan Freeman as a president than other presidents at the time.
Hell yeah. Did
Also,
you see they're trying to steal Morgan's thunder
I thought you were
with
saying,
all the penguin pictures that they're posting now? Oh, man.
Who is?
So there's a series of photos coming out, and there's like Donald Trump, RFK Jr., like each of them, they're like walking with penguins, and it's this like famous penguin with like from a movie where this guy he watched all these penguins, and then one of them just kind of walked off to its death, like to the mountain.
Yeah, I remember that. I think,
and that's what they're trying to, I guess,
do
with the president.
What?
I don't know. It's so weird.
We live in a weird time.
It's just a strange time.
We live in a very weird time.
Somebody tell Morgan Freeman to jump on that shit.
So just a couple more things. So in a 2016 interview with New York Times, Laurie McCreary, president of the Producers Guild of America and Morgan Freeman's producer partner, recounted that when Mimi Leder wanted to cast Freeman as the U.S. president, the studio objected on the basis that it wasn't realistic to cast a black person as president. McCreary recalled that one studio exec said, "We're not making a science fiction movie. You can't have Morgan Freeman play the president." So, and like other than the obvious racism and the fact that Obama became president 10 years later, the execs were like, or the people making the film were like, it is a science fiction movie. We're going to space.
Do you think Barack saw this movie and he saw Morgan up there and he's like, that's going to be me?
He was like, Morgan Freeman. My favorite movie president. I did everything I could to be just like him. Even got a tattoo just like his.
That'd be sick.
Let's see. Produced by Steven Spielberg. The movie came into being when producers Richard D. Zanuck, David Brown,
These nuts,
wanted to remake the movie Worlds Collide, which happened in 1951. They wanted to do it with Spielberg, with whom he'd worked on with Jaws. However, Spielberg had just optioned the 1993 novel The Hammer of God by Sir Arthur C. Clarke about an asteroid on a collision course of the Earth and humanity's attempts to stop it. And they're like, hey, what if we did both and mixed them together? This also was the highest grossing movie by a female director until the movie What Women Want came out.
Nice.
Yeah. And I guess so the film portrays the wave that struck New York City, crashing over and around the towers of the World Trade Center.
How bad do you think it smelled after that wave hit?
Oh, dude, everything's gonna smell fishy. Dead bodies everywhere.
Bodies and trash and sewer.
Yeah. So, I guess the buildings were barely above water at the end of the sequence, surviving the wave. After the events of September 11th terrorist attacks, some television broadcasts of the film were edited to remove the buildings. The tidal wave also incorrectly comes from the west, from Jersey, not the south, from the Atlantic. But yeah, so they're just like, hey, we can't have the towers in there. And it's like, I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, whatever. I get it, but also it's just like, maybe not.
Maybe it's too soon to play disaster movies. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see. I think there were some other things. Oh, this one was funny. So Jon Favreau, director of Iron Man,
hell yeah,
said that it was so uncomfortable for the cast to film in the astronaut suits that during breaks they had to be hung on a rack in their suits and brought outside to get air. This led to some awkward moments whenever a studio tour bus came by. So they're just literally in their suits being hung up, just like, I thought that was pretty funny. And last thing I'll do. So the first cut of the film had more scenes with Leo Biederman and Sarah. However, in response to poorly received sneak previews, these scenes were drastically reduced. So I guess they had like a kiss and stuff, and people were like, these are 14-year-olds. I'm like, okay.
You should have taken those rings and put them in the Mordor.
Yeah. So did that, because I remember you're like, oh, doesn't have like a child wedding?
Yeah.
Do you think it works though for like the reasoning of the film?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good reason to. Probably.
Like, I'm going to try to save your family. Let's get married.
One of the few reasons children might want to get married.
Yeah, right.
To save their lives.
Because it's like, hey, we don't even actually have to be married. It doesn't really matter once an asteroid, a comet hits our Earth. I think at that point, it's like, if you just want to hang out on the other side of the arc, you can.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they didn't cut too much more out, because the stuff with like Sarah leaving her family and just like cutting to like the mom crying and stuff.
Yeah.
thought worked very well.
Oh yeah.
I think adding the little detail of the two families, like just being scared, was something that Armageddon kind of needed.
Yeah, some feeling.
Yeah,
some
some
heart.
heart. Not just making everything as stupid as possible.
Hearts explode.
And this movie also gave us a realistic look at what America was, not like a weird 1960s version of America. Not saying I mean, we obviously go listen to Armageddon episode. I do like that movie. It's just comparing the two. I'm gonna nitpick.
Do you think we really have these underground bunkers that can hold millions of people?
If there was a yes,
I hope so.
I don't want to be like a conspiracy guy.
Check them out.
But if we don't think that there's a plan for our presidents and world
just
leaders,
the 1%.
Yeah, I mean Jeff Bezos, he's probably got like a secret, like in Mount Everest or something.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I just bought it.
It's like Wakanda. It's just an image.
Yeah,
put out to everyone to make it look like it.
Maybe that's why Donald Trump wants Greenland so bad. He wants to build something up there.
Maybe he thinks that's where Wakanda is.
Yeah,
go get all their super rare ore, vibranium or whatever.
I love that film, Wakanda Forever. I'm gonna be the next Black Panther. I don't know why. I'm terrible at Donald Trump. I try to do more of like the gravelly thing, but it's just not working. One thing I really want to say about this movie that sucks. The father. Boy, could we not have gotten a different actor to be the father.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Leone does a great job in this movie. I think it's probably one of my favorite performances of her as Ginny, right? Yeah, Tay Leone. But she has to do a lot of work for that father. God, every time I'm like, all these great actors you got in this movie, and this is your idea for who should be this guy?
Yeah, the moment he kissed her on the nose, it felt so weird.
There's something off-putting about him. He's not a very. He didn't come on. He's probably like a great like actor from whatever country he's from, but like it just did not work in this movie, and it's really such a bummer because that part where she like hugs and says "Daddy" at the end is so heartbreaking. But it would have been even better if it wasn't that guy. It's like just give us anybody other than him. That's my like biggest nitpick with this movie. I'm like, I hate this guy.
Tay Leone kind of looks like the girl Tom Cruise.
Oh, interesting.
Just like Tom Cruise with a wig.
She really does. That's so funny. So the director is Mimi Leder, Leder. She's actually kind of like a pretty good director, and I didn't even really know of her. I mean, mainly she's done this movie, a shit ton of like TV series, TV shows she's directed, and then she came out with a movie in 2018 on the basis of sex that's supposed to be pretty good, and then she has also directed and produced The Morning Show that's on Apple TV Plus, which is like a big deal apparently. But I was just like, whoa. I've never heard of her, and I did not know she directed this movie. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I've seen some of these things she's done. And I'm like, wow, cool. Someone that no one ever talks about. And it's just kind of interesting that she's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. Apparently, I guess the guy who did Speed, John DeBont, there's like 2 more asteroids hitting Earth movies that were going to come out this year, same year. One was called Bright Angel, and it was going to be directed by John DeBont. Guy to Speed, and another one was a Native American centered story called Ghost Riders in the Sky.
That sounds badass.
I know, it sounds great, right? They should make that now. These films were not made because of their staggering price tag. The DeBont project would have cost almost $200 million in 1997, and because Deep Impact made it into production ahead of them, they rendered it unmakeable. So, yeah.
They just weren't trying hard enough.
Yeah, exactly. The other one is like, oh, it's a movie about Native Americans. Sorry. We're not going to do that. Be great if we did that now, though, since, we're...
we could play that song, Riders on the Storm.
Hell yeah. Love that part. And I think it's the sequel of Blues Brothers.
Is it?
People hate that movie. I watched that movie 1,000 times. Blues Brothers 2000. Like when I was a kid, I loved that movie.
Nice.
I'd watch the car crash over and over. It wasn't until like 10 years later that I watched like the original Blues Brothers, and I was like, this movie's 2.5 hours long.
Damn. Oh, God.
What the hell?
I never want to watch that again.
It's so good, though.
It sounds like 2 hours.
I'm on a mission from God. So good.
It is really good.
Whole movie's great. It's just the second movie.
4 whole chickens.
The second movie is not good at all now, but as a kid, it was a perfect movie. All right, before we get into the plot, think about what the point of the movie is. What is it trying to say? And let us know. There's a link in the description that you can click on and send us a message. And at the bottom, there's also our email. We recommend mailbag@gmail.com. We usually get like maybe 10 to 20 downloads a day. And yesterday, which was a Wednesday, January 27th, we had 200 downloads. If you did that, send us a message.
Thank you.
Because I want to know why randomly that happens sometimes. So if that was you, let me know. And thank you, by the way. Leave us a review. So, Deep Impact, 1998. Let's see how impactful this impact was. So, 2 Midwestern teens, Leo Biederman. I have to say Biederman that way. Biederman. And his astronomy club partner / girlfriend, Sarah, detect a previously unknown comet in the sky. Their findings are sent to another astronomer named Wolf for confirmation. The sumbitch won't stop chewing on that pizza, and it's very annoying. Wolf finds to his horror that the comet the kids discovered is in orbit that will impact Earth. A distracted Wolf takes his disk drive data and rushes off to warn the authorities.
How shocking was the floppy disk?
I know. I was like,
we?
Old technology.
We didn't have CDs. We had beta.
We had to have it. I mean, but like at that time, everybody had like the floppy disk, though. It was like the main way.
Good old reliable floppy disks.
I used to love playing with them because, you get that little metal piece that you could kind of move back and forth. And it's like, hey, don't touch the piece under it. I'm always like touching that piece. But Wolf is killed en route in an accidental collision with a truck.
The truck driver was so dumb. It was hilarious.
So this movie, the point of the movie is don't smoke and don't text and drive, kids. At least it's kind of a more believable version of why a car crash. I remember Army of the Dead, the Zack Snyder directed movie, where it's like, how did the whole zombie apocalypse started? The most ridiculous blowjob in a car scene ever. It was so obnoxious. I was like, this is so stupid.
He's a keeper.
So then, it's a year later, MSNBC journalist Jenny Lerner is on the trail of what she thinks is another Washington, D.C. sex scandal. Haha. Can you tell that who our president was when this movie came out? Bill Clinton. Yeah. She also learns from her mom that her estranged father has remarried and is a bad actor.
That's the worst part, Mom.
She is investigating a story she thinks is about a senator cheating on his wife with someone named Ellie. They confront him, and he says it's the biggest story she will ever break. Then she's like kind of driving, and then like some FBI corner her, and it's like, get in the car.
That was kind of scary.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. I mean, well, definitely happens, I'm assuming, in real life. Probably not as much to the media, but
I'd be so scared if they told me to pull off into a closed off ramp.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just going to drive through it.
Yeah, just go.
So then we meet the U.S. president, played by Morgan Freeman. He personally takes Jenny aside and asks that she sit on the story and something else until he has a chance to hold a White House press briefing. Jenny reluctantly agrees, but only on the condition that she gets asked the first question in the press room. She does not know what Ellie is yet. She still thinks it's just someone cheating. And I kind of love that about this movie.
Oh.
Where she has no idea. Like,
shit.
She just is accidentally in this situation.
That's why, that's why she's so like shocked whenever she's at the press conference. Okay, well, I thought he told her.
Well, no, she goes in like, because later she learns through some classic 90s internet research.
Dinosaurs.
That what she thought was Ellie, the assumed name of the senator's mistress, was actually an acronym ELE, an extinction level event. And some of the things like on the side, like the ads or whatever, it says, a wave's coming for you and things like that. And it's like, oh, that's what happens in real life. That's what happens. A wave comes for her. So the ELE in question is Comet Wolf Biederman.
Yeah.
I love the last name Biederman.
This sounds like that comet should have glasses and a pocket protector.
Right. Get bullied by other comets. Hey, Wolf Biederman, you nerd. Why don't you go hit Earth? I do love the name.
Maybe I will.
Like all day today, I've just been in my head. Biederman.
Biederman.
Which will impact Earth in a matter of months. Apparently, the late Dr. Wolf's findings were salvaged in his crash wreckage, I guess.
Floppies are tough.
Apparently, the whole car was on fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
The impact of Wolf Biederman is expected to be the most devastating world event since the extinction of the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. So, sworn to silence until the press conference, a clearly agitated Jenny has a tense meeting with her divorced father that's been divorced to her mother, who remarried a much younger woman. Jenny unapologetically tells her father that he needs to reconcile with her mother, and she abruptly leaves.
Yeah.
I love the daughter being like, I know you probably hate me. It's like, you don't get to say that much.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. When this is an event of like, hey, you're the same age as the daughter, you're just like, I know you don't like me. I'm so sorry.
Let's try to be friends.
This is if at any point you want to talk, yell at me, and maybe we can make some sort of relationship here. We can try. If not, I totally understand.
Yeah, don't try to act like the stepmom.
Yeah,
to an adult woman.
You need to respect me, honey. Okay, I'm your mother-in-law. Just be like, that will never happen. So at the White House press briefing, the president tells all, including two plans. Including a plan to deal with the pending
catastrophe.
Oh my God! Reboot, beep, boop, bop, beep, catastrophe.
Dial
up. The first is an international manned space mission called Messiah that will carry powerful nukes to blow the comet's core into smaller pieces. I'm sure it'll work.
Fuck yeah.
Worked in one movie. Could work in this one. The president says that life will go on and that humanity will prevail. He also says that both Wolf and Biederman both died. But they learned that Leo's alive and he's going to have a lot of sex.
Nice. Yeah, that's that guy yells out in the stadium.
Apparently that was an ad-libbed line, and like everybody behind him, like all the hooting and cheering, that was all that, like people were like, we didn't know he was going to say that. So
that's
they all
awesome.
started cheering and stuff. I was like, that guy? Hell yeah, man. It's exactly what a kid would say in that section.
Yes.
But I also love that whenever the Biederman family's watching it on the news and like people start coming outside, he's like, he's dead. Let's go agitate this family now. The press conference,
but at the school,
it'd be nice if we could have a press conference that's handled that well, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Just feel like, I don't know. I guess the last president that would have done a good job at a press conference where an asteroid or comet's going to hit us would have probably been Barack Obama.
Yeah, I'd rather hear it from him than this guy.
You're all fucked. We're all going to die.
No, he'd probably have like his own line of like Trump life preservers jackets. Yeah. Like, don't work.
Yeah.
You just sink.
So, also, the spaceship Messiah, they call it the Messiah because I guess they named it after the first space shuttle that was built. And I guess the astronauts who went in it, it was so big, they said like Jesus Christ really loud. And people were like, oh, let's call it the Messiah. And they got that name and named the spaceship that and this.
Did that one explode?
Don't know.
Probably did.
I just felt like I had enough hurt, so I didn't want to see any more death. So the spaceship Messiah crew, a cocky young team of U.S. astronauts with one Russian cosmonaut, reluctantly add a +1 to their ranks, an Apollo-era veteran named Sturgeon Tanner. Robert Duvall, ladies and gentlemen.
Robert Duvall, I love him.
It's just, he's so good in this movie.
Yeah.
He's such a calming presence. It's great. So,
his whole thing is like, I'm old, but experienced.
I know what I'm doing, okay? So Tanner reminds his new crew that he's the only one among them who's ever landed on the moon and space station, and that skill would be particularly handy on their mission. They have only done it in simulations, and he's like, this isn't a video game.
Yeah,
bitches.
The way he says video game is so...
It's like one of them video games you've been playing.
Yeah.
Back in my days, we didn't have video games. It sticks. But yeah, because they're all kind of just being like, he doesn't need to be up there. It's like, we don't need to be like looking after him and stuff. You know, just because he's older doesn't mean he's going to be any better at this. And he's like, I can hear you. I'm over there.
You're so dumb.
So then we cut to 5 months later. Pretty great little skip of time there. It's I'm glad they didn't show any more, and we cut some time out.
This is weird, the time thing. Cause whenever Tay Leone meets up with Morgan Freeman and he tells her about the extinction level event, he's like, a year ago we knew about this.
Yeah, and that's when the Biederman stuff was happening.
That's when that was happening.
Yeah, that's so like the very beginning, the little prologue happens with Biederman finding it and Wolf dying, and then it cuts to a year later to Tay Leone.
Later,
and then this is 5 months later after all that.
All right.
Yeah,
I missed that year later part. I
yeah.
guess.
Yes, because it doesn't tell you. He just says it in that line of dialogue, I think. So it's 5 months later. Ginny is promoted to anchor, and the Messiah spacecraft reaches the comet with Wolf Biederman. Fucking love saying it. And things go horribly wrong. What? Comet, though? The fucking comet looks so good in the movie.
It does look really cool.
And like the little spaceship there. And I'm like, whoa. Nice.
Like how they had like the harpoons shoot out of it to help it land.
Yeah.
Really cool.
I know. I was like, cool. It didn't need to be the most intense fucking thing on the history of the planet, like in Armageddon. It got it's like this movie is very efficient in getting everything that it needs to be like, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Which is maybe why it just does enough to do that, but doesn't go like above and beyond, which would be make it great.
Why wouldn't they get together with everybody who's got space power to go all as a team, go into space all? Well,
they got a Russian. I know, right? It's just like
take all the spacecraft.
How about this? If this one fucks it up, we got another one coming right there.
Yeah, but they don't have time.
Well, if like all of them, like, all right, we get China, we get Japan, we get Russia, we get America, and whoever else also has a lot of space. America will go first because, you know, America first, baby. And then it's like, all right, so that one kind of worked, but didn't really work. So, all right, next team, go. And it's got to keep breaking it up.
Keep crashing into it one after the other.
Yeah, but probably they only use America's team because America. Hell yeah, right?
Nobody else is really that worried about it.
Yeah,
I guess.
And also like comparisons to Armageddon versus this movie, they successfully land pretty easily, which is I mean, not very easily, but it's also nice to see like everybody worrying, and then Robert Duvall's like in charge, and then he like lands it, and he's like, "Oh, fucking did it! I had to do it. Otherwise, everybody be like, they shouldn't have sent that old man up there." But yeah, so the Messiah successfully lands. 2 specialists from the ship, or 3, are lowered down to the comet's unstable surface in order to plant the nukes deep in its core. However, the comet is denser than anticipated. Yeah, so they seem to be able to drill into an asteroid or such comet pretty easily with just by being astronauts and having one little thing drill.
Got one of those hand crank drills.
Yeah, or it's like they press a button and it just drilled itself. It's like, we didn't need to take an entire team up here. They, at first, they're struggling to get the one drill messes up. So you got one team doing a drill and the other team. Of course, one has to mess up. And then you have the guy from Super 8 in the movie that's like goes down into the hole and like flip kicks it down a couple times, then gets out. But they're also kind of rushing against the sunset. Which is fucking rad.
That is pretty cool.
It's so good. And so like as the sun's rising, he's coming up out of it, and they're all like, "Shit, sun!" So they all put their visors on, and the guy comes out, and he's like, "My eyes, not the bees, not the bees."
That reminds me of. I wonder if that's where the Beavis and Butthead movie got that.
What?
They burn their eyes from looking at the sun.
Oh, maybe. Well, I don't know. It's just kind of like a thing that we're always told growing up. Don't look at the sun. And it turns out it's right. Remember when we had that eclipse, that like really rad eclipse, like around 2016, 17, something like that?
I don't know.
And
I don't remember something.
Everybody had to be like, don't look at it with your eyes.
Look at it with binoculars.
And then the number one search after the eclipse was, "My eyes hurt."
Yeah.
Is that an issue? Did you look at it with your eyes?
No, I didn't look at it.
I did the whole, because I didn't have glasses, which really sucked.
Did you do the box thing?
No, I just, I had like a really old shitty phone I was about to replace, so I didn't care if it got, like the camera or anything got messed up. So I just kind of turned my back to the sun and I put my phone facing me. And I just kind of looked at it that way.
Did a selfie with the sun. Hell yeah.
I didn't take a selfie, which is a really dumb decision of me, but
Probably
ju-
wouldn't be able to see your
I
face.
didn't really want to like miss the whole eclipse happening. Still one of the coolest things I've experienced. It was really
Cool.
great. But yeah, and then he comes out. But they successfully get the nukes at depth and they book it off. But one of the astronauts, medical officer specialist Gus Partinza, John Favreau, is killed at high speed debris during the ship's escape. And as they're getting out, I love. It's another reason that like I kind of makes me like this movie more than Armageddon is there's a part where the cosmonaut, the Russian guy, is like, "Hey, we have to go back and get him," and he's like kind of getting revved up and. Just Robert Duvall, Tanner, whatever his name is like so like calming him down. It's like, we got this. We don't have enough fuel to go get him. And then he's like, we have to go get him. He's like, it's okay. It's okay. It's just like the way he says it's okay, like 3 times. I was like, and then the cosmonaut's like realizing he's like, we can't do it. He's just going to be floating in space. Just a very, very good actor. Doing
I fucking love
and
Robert
good
Duvall.
directing. And it really does show it's like the difference between a male director and a female director in terms of, you know, how emotional one is versus how just like, hey, aren't these dudes weird? Nah. This guy has sex with underage girl. Nah. I'm a boy. And this girl's like, yes, well,
we've got guns and space.
One of our characters is gonna have like an issue with the divorced parents, and we're gonna have just very sensitive scenes in here. And it's like, I don't know. It's just funny to kind of see them both like side by side. It's like the same movie, female director, a male director, and it's like, wow, you can really tell the difference between sensitivity between the directors.
She's like, get back in there and kiss Elijah Wood, or I will.
Yeah. He's a child.
I know. So she's just as bad, but she just didn't film any of it.
But I will say there was so much tension. I felt way more tension, weirdly, even though this scene was only like 5-minute scenes on this comet, than I felt the entire time they were on the comet or asteroid in Armageddon.
Yeah, it's all exploding and shit.
It's wild. Cool. It's like all this like forced action and dumb decisions is supposed to be like, oh, I'm on the edge of my seat. But I was actually more on the edge of my seat on this like 5-minute little scene on the comet. It's crazy. Also, I love when they cut to them breathing in their space suits. Sounded like monkeys. So the nukes are eventually detonated. The president goes live with the news of the mission. I love it because we don't know if it worked or not. Obviously it didn't because it's only halfway through. But the comet is not vaporized. It is merely split into 2 smaller chunks that remain on the same trajectory. Trajectory towards Earth. He tells America, Plan B. So the second plan involves a series of giant underground caves deep in the American heartland that will serve as an ark in case the Messiah fails. The ark will preserve key specialists, foodstuffs, animals, seeds, cultural artifacts, and a random group of citizens drawn for a lottery. Some not random because, it's like, we got to take Bob Dylan. We got to get him out of there.
You need a few musicians.
And then also these very important politicians that have to live.
Oh, God.
And then nations around the world are also doing the same thing with caves. So Plan B with the underground ark goes into the full effect, and the lottery results are announced. The effects of the random lottery are devastating. Young married couples are kept together, but people over a certain age will not be followed into the ark.
That was messed up.
It's like anybody over the age of 50, and then you cut to Jenny's mom just being like, fuck.
Well, shit.
I mean, like that's what is so good about this movie is just like things like that where you're like, fuck. Oh, if an asteroid's gonna hit me, I hope it does it before I'm 50. Because it just like kind of made me think like, oh man, like if I got picked and my mom didn't,
that'd be crazy.
Because I always thought like, oh, Sarah wanting to stay with the parents. I'm like, don't be stupid. But then I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, would I rather just live and forever feeling terrible that I just left my mom to die from a giant tidal wave or new ice age that's gonna happen,
Goddamn.
Tough stuff. Fun movie. So yeah, Jenny is selected, but Beth, a rival coworker, that's kind of like, I can't believe you got a front row seat.
The White House lady?
Yeah. Co-worker with a newborn baby is not. Leo Biederman and his family are selected. The comment was this is a discovery, so of course he's going to be picked. But his girlfriend Sarah and her family are not. Fucking brutal.
He's so crazy if they didn't pick him.
Yeah.
Leo.
So we actually picked your family. You're staying.
Hey,
come on. Everybody's going to say, hey, remember when Biederman hit us? And he's like, whatever happened to him? Biederman hit him.
Stop hitting yourself, Biederman.
So the Messiah's discussing what they should do. They have enough fuel to make it back to Earth, but due to the damage of the radiation shield, they'll be glowing in the dark.
Hell yeah.
And then being crushed by an asteroid. But they're all like, let's fucking go home.
Yeah.
Like, if we're all going to, don't want to be stuck in space with no Earth, right?
I don't know.
Because you fly around a little bit,
cool
see if you can land
explode.
a little later. I know, right? Right.
And then you can like wait until you have to go down and then just kind of show up. And you're
Yeah.
Like, hey,
It's
what's
like,
up?
do you really want to go? But they all have families, of course, so that's why they all want to go. But it's one of those things where it's like, you really just want to go down to an entire Earth being looted and everybody going insane.
Yes.
Everybody's going to hate you because you didn't get the job done.
Well, you didn't die in the initial impact, so you're going to have a head start.
Yeah, it's like, we'll land after the asteroid hits.
Yeah.
We'll see what's going on down there first.
Yeah, you go to the Ark, you're like, hey, remember us?
Yeah, let us in.
We're astronauts.
I think that's why you have to kind of go down. It's like, all right, we didn't destroy the asteroid. If we get there fast enough, I'm sure we'll be on the Ark, even though we don't know about the plan, I'm sure. So as time passes, Ginny is constantly reporting on looting, killing, and other shit that would totally happen. Leo comes up with a plan to marry Sarah so her and her family can come with. Pretty clever plan. Pretty quick planning there, Leo.
So they gave him a +1?
They gave him a plus like 5.
Nice.
Yeah. As the comet looms ever closer, Ginny's lonely mother commits suicide. Sad.
Damn.
Arc selectee Leo decides to marry Sarah. I already said that. Oh yeah, so she commits suicide and Leo decides to marry Sarah. We see it happening. It's like, oh, cute, whatever. And everybody's like, yeah, we're all gonna make it and live. So, and on the Messiah, Tanner and Monash bond in a sweet little scene. They're discussing their life, and Tanner reads them Moby Dick.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was such a good scene.
I was like, read to me,
It like
Papa.
really works. He's like, you guys don't have real books here. Like, we have Moby Dick and stuff. And then they kind of talk about their lives and stuff. And then it ends like, all right, chapter 1, Moby Dick. And then they kind of start laughing. And I'm like, fucking just letting people be decent characters in the movie.
It's so sweet.
It's wild. And I think that's what really makes doing this little project that we're doing with these 4 movies like so fun and interesting. It's like, hey, we get to see the comparisons and like what works better and what the difference between me and you are in terms of like, hey, what we like and don't like. So hopefully people listening also like that.
Yes.
So the Biedermans and Sarah families are being picked up, but her family, including her newborn baby brother, are refused permission.
Man,
Sarah's like, I ain't going. I'm dying
check
here.
again, please.
Yeah. Hell of a breakup. You know, it's like, I'd actually rather die here than go with you. We're getting a divorce. It's like just being a parent at that point. Like, if you were like Sarah's father, right? And she's like, no, I'm staying with you. And you're like, fucking go, right? Or would you be like, yeah, come die with me?
Come die with me.
Or would you be like, don't leave that bus. I'm throwing her in there. Handcuff her to Leo.
Yeah, I think I would have just made her go if I could.
Right. Just like throw her on the bus.
Just get in there.
Yeah. So Ginny learns that her mother has committed suicide and then decides to go sit out in the rain because it's like, how do we show someone sad? And her father goes to talk to her, but she refuses, says, I'm an orphan. So Leo decides that he's going back to get Sarah and leaves the Ark. Ginny fathers goes to her work to show her photos to show that she isn't an orphan. And I was just like, oh, this would really work if it was a better actor as the father. It would work so well. I mean, it kind of works, but it just doesn't. I would be like curled in a ball if they actually got a decent father.
It would be funny if she was, they were hugging and it's really sweet and they're about to die and then the stepmom shows up.
It's like, gotcha, bitch.
She pushes her out of the way.
But it turns out she left him because it's like, hey.
End of the world.
End of the world. I'm not going to hang out with this old man. It's It's like I got a few months to live. I was hoping you die and I get the money, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, they decide they're gonna shoot more nukes at the two pieces of the comics. This is like the president telling them that is like their last resort situation, but they fail and they're still heading for Earth. The president makes one last speech. He tells them that the smaller of the comets will first land and it will hit the Atlantic Ocean. It will cause a wave like over 1,000 feet high, and it will hit Washington 40 minutes later.
Hell yeah.
And destroying everything on the East Coast. The second comet will hit Canada and will cause everything to go dark for 2 years. All plant and animal life will be gone within a few months.
Damn.
Good night and good luck to us all.
Arctic, or that atomic winter.
Yeah, essentially. It's I don't think it will be a good time.
No.
But thank God for the Messiahs up there. Get it? It's like a reference to the ship and also like God. The Messiah team decides on one final course of action. They will impact the Messiah spacecraft on the largest of the two chunks of inbound comet, using the craft's own nuclear-powered Orion propulsion system in hopes of vaporizing the larger fragment, because they have like 4 nukes also on it. But this in turn is a suicide mission. Look on the bright side. At least we'll have schools named after us.
Yeah, that totally will.
Because that's what happened to the people that died. In that one space explosion. They named schools after them.
Yeah.
So the news crew we have been hanging out with is taking Ginny and 6 people to higher ground. Ginny to the arc, the other people to the high ground. So they have to draw sticks to see who goes. And everyone that has the shorter sticks gets to go. The others don't. And then we see like the rival, like journalist Beth and her newborn draw the long sticks, and it's like, no, she just gets to go. Okay. Ginny feels bad. Ginny decides to give up her seat at the ark for Beth, who is like, because like they're going to go get into the plane, and then Beth's sitting in like the little kids section of the newsroom, or whatever, and she's like, "What are you doing here?" It's like, there's traffic jam. We won't be able to get home. And my daughter likes it here. And it's like, God damn it, dude. Holy shit. It's like little things like that is something that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a little bit of humanity.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But yeah, so she gives up her seat for the Beth and her baby. And then Ginny is...
Let her in, but kick the baby out.
Yeah, it's like, you can't get in here. Bitch ass baby. Yeah, looking at me all smug. It's like, yo, what you looking at? What you looking at, baby? Huh? Baby's out of here. Somebody give me some baby handcuffs.
Get this baby out of here.
He's unruly. Yeah, we had to I can't, I was gonna try to do my Obama, but like yes, we had to. Damn, I've completely lost it. So fuck it, cutting this. So Ginny is left on the helipad looking at pictures of her father as a fleet of helicopters fly off. And it's a dope fucking shot. So Leo takes Sarah's father's dirt bike and finds Sarah's family hopelessly gridlocked in traffic as people flee in a blind panic. Sarah's mother gives Sarah her baby brother and tells Leo to take care of her children. Leo takes his young wife and the baby on a bike as they head for higher ground, leaving Sarah's mother heartbroken and crying. Oh, such a good scene.
Get the baby.
And in probably the saddest scene of the movie, Ginny reunites with her estranged father on the very beach where they once played when she was 5 years old, and it's in the picture that we see earlier. They're apologizing and things like that. As the comet hits the Atlantic, a giant, freakishly large tsunami is about to crash upon the shoreline. Ginny, her voice trembling, clutches her father's closely and says with the vulnerability of a frightened little girl, "Daddy."
No.
It is fucking fantastic, bro.
That was really good.
It's fucking earned.
So sad.
It looks rad. It's just like that. That is what I think when someone's writing a script, that's the thing they saw first in their head when they're going to write a script, right?
First ones to go.
Yeah. It's just like, if you think, usually whenever people think, this is how I was when I thought of like script ideas and things like that, there's always just a scene or just like a picture in my head that I'm like, oh man, if I could just make something around that.
Yeah.
And I feel like
that's the smell.
If someone was writing a script, they'd be like, they started off with father and daughter hold each other as a giant wave crashes into them from a comet. And it's like,
I know, it was awesome.
good.
When it was like when the tide or like it's what do you call it, the undercurrent or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of comes in
It's
first
like
underneath
sucking
them.
all the water out
Yeah.
from
Oh,
the beach.
so good. Have you
Oh,
ever
man,
like
scary.
watched anything about tsunamis and things like
Yeah,
that? It's so
they're
interesting how they
terrifying.
work. Like I remember because I guess it was the one that hit Japan like decades ago or something. They knew it was coming, I guess, or something like that. Or is this like people who research tsunamis? They had like a boat out in the middle of the ocean, and they're like, "Hey, why the fuck did you not tell us there was a tsunami coming?" They're like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "How did y'all not know it?" It's like, I mean, we had like a little wave earlier, but it wasn't anything because it was just like, so like in the big part of the ocean, the deep part, it's just like, bloop, but then it just gets sucked in and it comes over there. It's like, I don't know, kind of learning about tsunamis was like very interesting and also hard to
It's hard to watch when
watch.
you like videos of people seeing a tsunami coming in there, and they're like, they didn't know it was coming, and they're like, "Oh, look at the water, isn't that cool?"
Yeah.
And people are walking toward it, and they're like, "Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!"
wait, why water get bigger? I know, and it's just like, brutal. There's apparently, I think it's called like Impossible or something. Got Owen Wilson and Naomi Watts, I believe, in it. Apparently, it's supposed to be a pretty good. Like they're in a tsunami situation.
Oh, cool.
I wanted to like recommend it with this movie, but wow. Hey, where'd all the water go? Wow. We got it in there, baby. We got it.
You just have to.
So, so the comet's fragments.
The comet's pregnant.
The comet fragments oceanic
Oh.
impact sees Washington, D.C., New York City underwater as submerged landmarks and skyscrapers break off and float away.
Yeah, I love how the Statue of Liberty's just sitting there, and and you see its head like
Yeah.
floating down the street.
And like, Cloverfield's like, hey, that was going to be me. You only had to wait 10 years. That was my head to knock off. But yeah, and then of course you get the Twin Towers, and it's just impossible to not watch some of these older movies when the Twin Tower gets hit, that it's just like, fuck, right? So most of the crew of the Messiah are given chances to say their tearful goodbyes to their spouses and loved ones in mission control. Fuck me, it works so well. Before they commit.
Oh, he's talking to the baby.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. And it's like before they're essentially going to like commit suicide by saving the world from Wolf Biederman. All the crews get to say goodbye except Tanner, but he says goodbye to his, I'm assuming, dead wife. For a second, it made me seem like, I thought it was like, wait, were they divorced or dead? But yeah, I believe
she was dead because when he was talking to his sons. I think he mentioned it.
Yeah. Yeah. Menashe's wife and baby show up last second. He gives a very heartbreaking speech. It really worked. I put "I'm dead" inside while writing this. So they collide with the asteroid as Monash finishes saying goodbye to his newborn baby.
What if they said after that all this heartfelt stuff? They just say like "bazinga" as they crash.
Bazinga,
Cowabunga, dude.
The plan works. The larger comet chunk is vaporized and the Messiah is destroyed in the process. Flooding from the impact reaches deep inland. Untold millions of people are killed. Eventually, the waters recede and a small measure of balance is restored. Leo and Sarah survive and watch as the giant meteorite explodes overhead. We then see a ending epilogue with the White House and the Capitol being rebuilt as President Morgan Freeman gives his inspiring speech. Cities fall, but they are rebuilt. Heroes die, but they are remembered. I feel like I almost went JFK on that one. The end.
Little did he know that 12 years later he'd be playing the president again.
Man, doesn't it suck to like all those people stuck on the road? Is that if 10 minutes earlier, if they just got out of their cars and ran up the hill, they would have been fine.
I mean,
oof.
They know it's going to be big water.
Fucking brutal.
Right?
Especially if like you're Sarah and Leo, it's like they could have made it. They could have just made it. If they just like...
So Sarah, you don't think Sarah and Leo made it?
Well, no, they did make it. They got it up the hill. You see them like looking over the air.
Yeah,
but like her parents could have just ran up the... If they ran up the hill an hour earlier, they'd been fine.
What if Leo was just like, follow us?
Hey, take that car, take it into the woods. I don't know. But yeah, that's Deep Impact. What do you think the point of Deep Impact is? Definitely has a message.
I don't know. I was thinking about this, and a lot more people in this movie kept cool heads. I think, and
which
I
is
think,
nice.
yeah.
It's like, what if we didn't get like everybody that scored a 2 on the IQ test did stuff in a movie instead of Armageddon, where it's just like, yeah, we got our dumbest people on it.
I don't know. At the same time, they could have moved everybody off of the.
Everybody
I
should
guess
have left their homes way earlier.
Yeah, if they would have let them know, like early warning system.
Those-
That's the point.
Those were like
We need those.
those were the plot holes that kind of was like I had to ignore. Like while watching, I'm like, guys, you've had a year to prepare.
Yeah.
I know like all this is being like, hey, they might destroy the comet, so let's not worry. They're like, they got that little nuke situation that they're gonna try. Don't worry. But then like once the nukes don't work, it's like, all right, like wherever the nearest mountain is, I'm going.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to Gatlinburg.
Everybody move to the mountains.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
For me, I think the point of the movie is to appreciate what we have.
That is true.
You know, like throw away all the hate that you have for someone or others and to come together as one and good things will happen. Ginny and her father are like the astronauts on the Messiah, or Ginny and her father and like the astronauts on the Messiah. Ginny got to be held by someone she loved before the world ended, something that she would have not gotten to do without learning to like forgive because of the asteroid and stuff. And if the astronauts didn't learn to work with Tanner, the entire planet would have been destroyed. Stop the fucking bullshit and let's come together, darn it.
Yeah. Marry a child. If the world's going to end, it's okay.
I don't know. After you said that, maybe we should get hit by a comment. Marry a child if you are a child. Let's put that part in there too, Jason.
Yeah. Let's make that very clear.
Let's have our children get married to other children. Ooh, actually, one more point. So there's the part when the bigger comet gets blown up, and then like Ginny and Leo and Sarah make it. They're standing like on the mountain, and you see all the pieces of comet like fly over. Great, beautiful.
She divorces him on the
like,
spot. We're too young for
actually,
this.
I'm marrying my baby brother now.
Oh,
you're
damn,
too old.
Plot twist.
You're too old for me, Leo. Dumb joke. All right, before we get into our next category, I want to know your rankings of the 4 movies we did. Armageddon, Deep Impact, Volcano, Dante's Peak.
I think it goes Deep Impact, Armageddon.
I thought you liked Armageddon more than this.
Well, I mean, I like this movie more, but Armageddon's more fun to watch.
It's something like if it was on, you'd be like, oh yeah, I'll just check out wherever it's at.
When it's in the
versus
background.
Deep Impact, you'd be like, I don't feel like.
If I feel like crying, I'm going to watch Deep Impact.
I don't want to hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I get it. All right, go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
And then Dante, then Volcano.
So mine's Deep Impact, then Dante's Peak.
Nice.
Dante's Peak for me is just like, it's not the best movie.
Sure.
Let's be real. But like if I was like home and like, oh, Dante's Peak's on, let me just check out where it's at. It's kind of like a warm blanket movie, weirdly for me. I don't know.
Old Pierce.
And then I'll do Armageddon, then Volcano. Poor Volcano. But I will always remember Tommy Lee Jones taking that man's jackhammer.
You want something done right?
When you think someone's not jackhammered enough, you go take that jackhammer and you jackhammer harder, damn it. It's like, dude, the machine does all the work for you. Why are you taking it? You're not doing it right.
It reminded me of that when he played Two-Face in Batman Forever.
Yes. Still the best Two-Face there is. Way better than Dark Knight's Two-Face.
I agree.
Way better. God, that'd been great if he turned into Two-Face and he just started acting like Tommy DeLonge's Two-Face.
Well, no, they splash acid on his face and they just remove him and just replace him with Tommy Lee Jones.
Hey, work for me. All right, so we're gonna hit our next category: the good, the bad, the ugly, the fine. It's where we discuss the good of the film, something we liked; the bad, something we didn't like; the ugly, something that didn't age well; the fine, something that did age well. So for the good for me, I put the serious, sad tone of the movie. It fits more with what is happening.
Yeah, I think that was kind of mine too. Like a lot of the characters have like deep introspection and like a lot of character building going on
and development, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The only character development in Armageddon is pretty much just Bruce Willis being like, you know what? I actually do like Ben Affleck.
I like Ben more than you now.
Yeah.
Liv.
Yeah. So for the bad, I put the father. Just the actor.
Yeah.
He just it's just such a weak point of the movie. I don't know what it is. Maybe he is acting good and I just don't like his face. I don't know.
As far as bad goes, I don't know. Seeing it was bad that Elijah Wood didn't immediately turn into Frodo Baggins.
That's
when
true.
He
would have
held 2
really
rings.
he would have really saved it. She goes, "Yes, I will marry." He tries to grab one ring. No.
Yeah. Or she puts it on and becomes invisible.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, what? This isn't the right movie. I actually want to look up who Maximilian Schell is, the guy that played the father. See what I know him from.
I will say what my
Pretty much don't know
ugly
him.
was going to be the name Rittenhouse.
Really? Why?
Because of the shooter.
I know.
That has not aged well.
Not aged well. Apparently, I'm not. Nope, not a political podcast. But I understand. What didn't age well for me is sorry, bro, but the father. I hate that this guy's taking so many cheap shots from me.
He had pretty good facial hair. If nothing else,
he did.
So he aged well as a person.
And the fact that most people find Armageddon better.
They're just totally different.
I mean, it doesn't like not age well, but I just wanted to put something other than the father because poor guy. But if you do like Armageddon more than this movie, hell fucking yeah. Way to go, guys.
I heard someone else talking about these 2 movies together, and Armageddon is like right wing, Deep Impact's definitely left wing.
Right. Yeah. Right. It's so wild how that happened.
It's just the difference that a little empathy can bring to a movie, I think.
Oh, you don't have empathy? What, Republicans don't have empathy right now? I have no idea. It's not a political podcast. If you are a Republican,
but it could be.
Go watch Armageddon and have a hell of a time.
Yes.
I'm looking at like a camera, I guess. I'm like looking away from you, thumbs upping the wall.
Doing the Fallout Boy.
Yeah.
Like, good show,
not
by
the band.
The show kicks ass.
Yeah, the season 2's coming out. I think I'm just going to wait for it all to be out.
We're almost done with season 2.
Well, did they release all of them?
Oh, not all of them.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Well, we've gotten like 8 episodes in or something.
Oh, snap.
So good.
I can't wait to watch it again. What aged well? Morgan Freeman is president.
All
right.
He does.
I mean,
he
we
actually did it again in Olympus Fallen.
Yeah. He's been president like 3 or 4 times.
Man, what else has been in as
he's God
president?
and he's our God and he's our president.
Oh, man.
Morgan Freeman.
You just can't help but look up to this guy.
Yeah. It's just, there's so much regalness to him. Or like, he seems like he should be in charge of everything.
Yeah. Seems like a calm, like, leader that everyone looks up to.
Love the old boy. Do you have anything else for the fun?
No.
Cool. All right, we're going to hit up our next category, double feature. It's where we recommend a movie that goes alongside this movie. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Mine is going to be Melancholia. Have you seen this one?
Shit, I haven't. That's Lars von Trier? Lars von Trier. Sorry.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And
he makes weird ass movies. It's like at Kirsten Dunst. Kirsten
Dunst.
It's like her. She's at a wedding. She's super sad.
Yeah, she's so depressed.
And it's like, hey, we're all gonna die.
Oh shit, there's a planet. They're hidden behind the sun. It's gonna kill everybody.
I really do gotta watch it.
It's so sad and depressing.
Mm-hmm. A lot of his movies are. I would say his movies are not easy to watch. Have you ever heard of the movie Antichrist?
No.
So, like the beginning of that movie, spoilers for Antichrist.
Peter Thiel?
So no, it's like
Peter Thiel knows about the Antichrist.
It's this. It's a movie. It starts off. It's got he plays Green Goblin. I'm blanking on his name in the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys. My brain just doesn't fucking work, and neither is my computer. Let's go. Oh, now I'm gonna have to edit. Damn it. William Dafoe's in it, and another actress that's good in it, and like it starts off with like William Dafoe and this character having sex while there's like
with the Green Goblin,
while there's a child like walking around, and the child gets like out of the crib and like falls to his death out of the window, and it's all about grief and like blaming each other and stuff. And then so they're like, hey, we're gonna go out to like this cabin, and the wife kind of starts going. They both kind of start going a little cuckoo, and there's some genitalia violence in it.
Whoa.
Yeah. I remember hearing about the movie from my friends, and they're like, "You should watch it. It's fucked up." And I was like, "Okay." And then I was like, "It's kind of boring, and don't want to watch any more of it." That was my first Lars von Trier movie. Then I also watched his movies called Nymphomaniac, which is kind of about this girl and her journey through sex and stuff.
Does she have sex with dead people?
And she's like a
Oh, that's necrophilia.
she's like addicted to sex and stuff like that.
Nice.
And then
Like
it
Black
just
Snake
has
Moan.
it just has like a shitty ass fucking ending. Everybody pumped those movies up to me, and I was like, I don't know, man. It was fine. People were like, it was such a good ending, and I was like, it just seems like a dumb ending. Anyways, I don't watch a lot of his movies, but I have always wanted to watch that. I heard that was really good. My double feature is a movie that people had issues with because it was nominated for an Oscar, and we couldn't just appreciate that it was a decent movie. Don't Look Up.
Yeah,
It's kind
that
of
movie's so good.
It's not like this movie. It is people doing what would really happen if this situation happened in our today world.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
and if there would be another recommendation, it would be A Friend for the End of the World.
Oh, with Steve Carell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's really good too.
Yeah, I remember that movie. Don't Look Up. I actually never watched that movie, but it's pretty good. Don't Look Up. Adam McKay. He did Step Brothers. Cool, right? I fucking love Step Brothers. But yeah, the cast fucking rules.
It's got a lot of great cast.
Jennifer Lawrence has maybe like some of the the best joke in the movie. It's because this one guy, it's like this general or whatever. He's like, "Hey, can you buy me like this bag of chips?" And they buy them it, and then it turns out they get the chips for free. And like,
he took $10 from him.
Yeah, and it's so funny. It's just like such a classic thing. Comedy's a 3 because she mentions it 3 times, and on that third note, when it hits so good. Also has a really good sad ending. And just the cast crushes it. And Jason, man, that was our little 4-movie little project we did there.
Wasn't as deep as I thought it would be.
What? The Impact.
The Impact.
It was fun though.
It was
cool to watch movies that are like other movies. If I ever find out there's 2 more movies like each other, we'll do them.
There's like 14 movies that are like this. It's like Olympus Has Fallen, and then what was the other one that came out the same
House
year?
Down.
White House Down.
Yeah. But newer ones like that just aren't as good. They all just kind of look like shit. It's like, even though I guess all these were technically considered shitty for the time, they're all poorly reviewed. But still, I fucking liked all of them. I mean, just Volcano. Sorry, Volcano. It was still fun. They're all fun movies, and that's what disaster movies are supposed to be, right? Magma. I've never heard of Magma. What color is it? Red? But it's coming to the end. So, you know what? I'm ready for some fucking zombies, right? Yes.
Bones.
28 days later is what we're doing next, baby.
Blood.
The best zombie movie. It's more of a virus movie,
Yeah.
and but who cares? It's a zombie movie.
So much ass.
Yeah, it's great. The soundtrack, the song, just the score of it is so good. Love it. And it has one of my favorite. I accidentally turned into a zombie scene.
Whoa.
With the crow.
Oh yeah.
He looks up. Great. Matt Al Moody.
Fuck yeah.
R.I.P. baby. In the movie, not like in real
I
life.
thought you were gonna say when he looks up and the blood drops in his eyeball.
That's it. Because it's like a bird's like pecking.
Oh, I thought it was just like he was on the monkey bars or something.
No.
Okay. Never
You know
mind.
what? Let's
We'll
watch
get into it.
Let's watch the movie. We'll figure it out. It's on AMC Plus right now.
Oh, that sucks so much.
Yeah.
Wear eye protection always.
Yes. Especially during blood diseases.
Jesus.
So join us next week for that. Thank you for listening. Leave us some reviews. Send us some fan mail. It's over in the description. Click the link at the top. Email at the bottom. We recommend mailbag@gmail.com. Seriously, please leave us reviews. It's how we get noticed and recognized. Thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed our little 4-movie stint here that we did. If there's any other type of like theme, like a monthly theme or something, like I want to do this year, like the 3 Man with No Name movies. That's the Clint Eastwood movies. It's like
cool.
for a few dollars or whatever the first one's
I don't think
called.
I've seen
And then like
any
The
of
Good, the
those.
Bad, the Ugly.
I've seen that one.
Fistful of Dollars. That's what it's called. And then a few dollars more. And then The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Hell yeah.
They're all three good. And
Nice.
it's that classic like spaghetti Italian Western films. And
Oh,
it's
I love
so
spaghetti.
good. And then maybe we'll probably also, I have an idea of like after doing those three movies, maybe doing like one a month. And then the next month do Tombstone to just be like a shot in the face of like, oh shit, that's an American movie. Completely different. But yeah, if
Three
anybody
Amigos.
has, yeah, if you have any ideas of like a little like monthly list of movies, if you want us to be like, hey, do 4 movies from this director, you guys pick or whatever, that'd be fun to do.
Let's do all the Lord of the Rings in one episode.
Well, we can do it. We'll do the director cuts. I'll have to have
It's free snack.
I'll have to have 3 SD cards to talk about it. But yeah, just if you just want to chat, just hit me up. So yeah, thank you, Joey Prosser. Thank you, Joey Prosser, for our intro and outro music. You can follow him on X at Mr. Joey Prosser. This has been the We Recommend podcast. I have been the dashing, handsome, and charming Jesse.
And I've been Jason.
He's also dashing and handsome over there. You can't see him. He's wearing a V-neck. It's sexy as hell.
Oh man, my
With
fluff's popping out.
With some jogging pants. Hell yeah. Thank you. And what's a good quote from this movie? Daddy?
Oh no.
Bye.